Hey guys, Comet here. Welcome back to Alchemy Factory. We're on episode 7 now. In the last episode, I'll quickly go over the build I put in. It was Jupiters. Jupiters are a fantastic wood sink. They're taking all of the wood that the fertilizer build is making here. So all 4 belts of wood are getting sunk into the Jupiters. Now these two shapers actually take 5 belts of wood, so this isn't quite enough wood. I am going to be supplementing that with these table saws here, doing mushrooms and wood from the rotten logs. That way, I can use these extra mushrooms for the gloom spores that are needed for the transformation potion. I'm going to start by researching yeast powder and work my way down to the transformation potion and have a look at some ratios. Alright, there is yeast powder. Let's do the gloom spores. Alright, and finally, transformation potions. I've been talking about these since like episode 2. Alright, excellent. Now I can take a look at the recipes all required. So transformation potions take gloom spores at 10 a minute and coke powder at 20 a minute. Now coke powder can just be supplied by the fuel belt that's going around the perimeter. That's not a problem. Gloom spores, those are made back in an assembler at 15 a minute from yeast powder and gloom fungus. Okay, so I'm already starting to see a ratio here. I'll need 3 doing transformation potions and 2 doing gloom spores. Because this will require 10 times 3, which is the same as 15 times 2. 30 a minute gloom fungus times 2 is 60 a minute, though. Ah, jeez. This whole thing here produces 30 a minute, so I would need to double this, which then means I have an extra wood belt that I need to sink somewhere. Oh, I'm back to the same problem I was in 2 episodes ago. Having too much wood. Now, the easy way out is just to put in a trash barrel. I can't do it. I can't do it. There's gotta be a way around it. I'm gonna keep working my way through the ratios. So this needs 15 a minute of yeast powder. This produces at 15 a minute, so that's 2 blenders. Okay, that's easy. Each blender will require 600 a minute of fruit wine. And the extractors can make fruit wine at 100 a minute from 10 a minute. These need 600, so that's 6 extractors to 1 nursery. But I have 2 blenders, so another 6. And another nursery. Let's see, grinders. I actually haven't ground up soap yet. I don't know how quickly that goes. Let's see, 10 a minute, okay. And these need 30 a minute, so that's 3 grinders each. And it's just a 1-to-1 soap powder to soap, so 30 a minute of soap powders, 30 a minute of soap. Times 2, so 60. These make 20, so that would be 3. And each of these need 4,000 linseed. So that's 12,000 linseed across the 3. And the linseed is made at a rate of 1,500. So that's 8 extractors. Let's move these a little bit. The only thing left now is plant ash at 60 a minute times 3 Now, I know the crucibles do, I think it's 20 a minute of plant ash. I have that here somewhere. Yeah, here we go. 20 a minute. So that's 3 crucibles per blender. 3 blenders, so that's 3 furnaces. And then I just need to supply sage and flax. Now, flax grows at 120. Sage also grows at 120, okay. And 60 times 3 is 180. So that's 1.5 nurseries of sage. The extractors consume flax at 30 a minute for linseed. So 30 a minute times 8 is 240 a minute, and the nurseries can supply 120, so that's 2 for flax. Okay, I think I have everything planned out. I just need to figure out how all the pieces go together. The only thing I'm missing is the extra belt of gloom fungus for these assemblers. The coke powder, yeah, that's easy to supply. I don't need to worry about that. If I... oh, jeez. Okay. Here's the plan. I'm gonna double this whole floor here, up top. I'll have 1 row here, supplementing the missing wood. I'll have another one of those up on top, supplementing that with wood. That will give me 4 shapers making Jupiters. 2 belts of fertilizer, and this is actually important, because if I look at my fertilizer here, not much is making it down to the end here. These nurseries stutter a little bit, so that means if I were to add more nurseries on top of that, these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 nurseries wouldn't be getting enough fertilizer to actually produce anything. So I'm gonna need more fertilizer anyway, which means more wood as a byproduct. But that's the only way to get this to function. And since I am doubling fertilizer, because fertilizer is required, I would then have to double the gloom fungus, which ends up matching everything. So the only way to get this to work is actually to double that whole floor down there, and then everything will balance out. I think I'll start with the transformation potion build, put all the pieces together, see how much space it takes up. That way I know if I can fit it on that floor alongside the fertilizer and Jupiters, or if I need to build a 3rd floor to fit this. So I think I'll start with the linseed oil. So I need 8 of those. I can do a nice thing like this. 4 and 4. Just have this run out like that, and this one can run out like that. That goes into 3 blenders. These take a solid input of plant ash alongside the linseed oil. And the plant ash could just be run this way and down. I think I'll stack the... oh no, I need an input. Okay, let's start with the fuel line. Okay, now I can fit this. Nope, this won't work. Too much on 1 belt. Yep, 60 and 60, that's already 1 belt, and then I've got a 3rd one here. I need 2 belts. Okay. How do I do 3 furnaces to 2 belts? I could put 2 elevators here. This goes into there. That can go into there, yeah. And then that goes there and there. So this middle one will split between the two of them. But then it needs to unsplit when it gets to the blenders. So this, we will take that and put right here. I can have that go straight in there, that go straight in there. Half will go into there, and half of that one will go into there. Yeah, that'll maintain full throughput. That means I need to do something similar with the furnaces, or with the nurseries that I stack on top of the furnaces here. So if I have this nursery output out, down, and around into the middle one, this one can come out and come in from the other side to the middle one as well. That should work. I do unfortunately end up with this extra block of space here, which I'm not too thrilled about. But I think I just have to accept that. This can go into there, and I'll just copy that over here. Alright, so this will keep the belts from oversaturating. Oh, go away, end of day. I'm busy. Let's get the linseed oil a little bit closer. So it looks like that is as close as I can make it. Then that fertilizer can connect up to that somehow. I'll figure that out later. This needs to go into the blenders. So I could do something like that, just connect all of these up. And I think I might have mentioned this in another episode, but pipes actually have infinite throughput, so there's no concern about anything backing up. Alright, that gets all the soap. Then each one of these needs, looks like, 2 grinders each. But that'll all fit on a single belt, so that's not too difficult. So I could take this and put it, I guess, right about here is fine. So I could join these up together and then run them into the grinders. These need to go into these blenders. But I've also got these extractors to worry about. I think I'll put this over here and do something similar to the linseed. So this can go like that, and like that. Then all I have to do is run the belt across. I'll take this and line it up so that the fertilizer's in the same place. I'll move these blenders a little bit closer. Maybe about there. Soap powder, easy. Just connect all of these together. And then get them over to this blender somehow. There we go. And yeast powder is on a 1-to-1 into these, so I could do that and that. Then all I have to do is get, I think I can go over the blenders here. Let me see. Not quite. Oh, but I can put that on top. Oh, that's nice. So the gloom spores, or the mushrooms will come in here, go up, down that elevator, over the top of the blenders to make the gloom spores. Don't need that, don't need that. this needs to go, I guess, how do I do a 3 to 2? I'll just combine them and then run them around this way and in. That means this is actually unnecessary. So take that here. Connect that into there. And then I just need 1, 2, 3. And that'll be where the coke powder comes in. Across the top there. Okay. This should work. I've got coke powder input here. Coke powder input there. Shrooms can come in there. Then all I need is... oh, right, fertilizer. I gotta get fertilizer up to here. And around to here. I don't think there's any way around using a whole bunch of stands for this. So that one's easy. I've got an idea for this one. I'm gonna take that, get it out of the way. All of this needs to be moved. I'm just gonna run the fertilizer up over the top of the fuel line. And then just down an elevator here. And that'll feed all of those. Now I can put this back. And there we go. Nice little transformation potion build. And this will make me 10 times 3, so 30 a minute of transformation potions. How many vitality potions am I making? 7.5 times 2. And this box is completely full, so I'm pretty sure that's twice as many transformation potions as vitality potions, and vitality potions are backing up, so this is probably more than enough transformation potions. Let's see if this will fit back over by the Jupiters, or if I'm going to need an extra floor. Nope, it 100% fits here. So I could get one here, and then just copy this entire floor and double it. Do I want to maybe change the orientation? No, I think I like this, because then the mushrooms can line up with that input there. Yeah, right there. So that'll just come down into there. I can get fuel over to here. Fertilizer on top of that. So fuel will run along there. Fertilizer could run along there and hit both inputs. What am I missing? Oh, right, coke powder. That's not quite as convenient as the other one. I could stay at this height. Ah, damn it. Okay, I can fix this. Keep this running along this way. Into here. Perfect. And then the Jupiters can just sneak up and over right there. All I have to do is get some seeds in place. So that is 2 wine, 2 flax, and 2 sage. So 2 wine, 1, 2. Flax goes here. Sage is up here. I also need to get in some purchasing portals here for these guys. So 1, 2, well, I'll set the recipe first. It's easier to copy. Then all I have to do is drag some money over to here. Like so. So the sage will go in. Excellent. Looks like these are going. Flax is... Oh, I didn't copy the... That is so annoying that the pipes don't copy. Alright. I'm gonna cut the pipes. Should just be a matter of finding... Oh god. Okay. Calmly. Rotate. This just needs to go in. I think that's everything. Yes. Excellent. Okay. Soap is going. It's being ground up. Are these working? No? Yes, those are about to work. Good. Blenders. Almost there. Yes, you're working. Assemblers just need yeast powder. Yes, this one's working. Good, good. And this one is spinning. Okay, we've got our first transformation potion. I've been waiting for this for like 5 episodes. Okay, that... I guess I just need to ship back up and over. So I could just come in next to the Jupiters here. Run it back this way. I can go under there. And then into... Perfect. Now I am noticing my shop reputation is declining a little bit. That's because people are expecting transformation potions to be in there now. I think I'll just use another drawbridge here. At this height. This is going to be one of the last times I can actually do this before the bus gets too tall. I think I can only fit one more line. So vitality potions can connect into this box here. From the very top, right there. So now all I need to do is double this fertilizer and Jupiter build up above it, and then drop down the extra mushrooms that the table saws here make into this belt, and then the transformation potions will be working at 100% efficiency, and I'll have extra fertilizer to send back over that way. So I'll start with this. Alright, and this goes about here. I'll figure out the exact spacing once I get all the pieces in place. So then I want to copy all of... I don't want to get the wood in there. I just want this portion here. I can easily see where that lines up, because I copied the assemblers with it. So right there. Perfect. Now I need the wood. Let's see if I can line this up correctly here. This goes right. I think. Nope. Right into... Come on. There we go. Now I just need to copy the Jupiter build. Oh boy. I think this might be able to fit in one inventory slot. Alright, and now I just need to wait on 1.6 thousand nails. I've actually accumulated enough transformation potions while I'm waiting for the nails. Still, I'm only at like 900 out of the 1600 I need to do this. So I'm just gonna submit that. That gets us to the next level. I've got 2 more points to spend, but I've also got chamomile, pyrite, and rock salt available to me now. So the next quest is growth potions. Now I'll leave growth potions to their own separate video. I don't think I'll get into it in the next one. I think there's some more stuff back in this tech level I want to do, so like turquoise, so that I can sell that in the jewelry shelf. And then steel gears. I've kind of been neglecting steel. I made that temporary build up here a few episodes ago. But I want to get a permanent steel build. That way I can get gears going into the shop automatically. I don't want to have to hand feed everything. But steel requires iron. So I'd have to redo this iron here and then link it into the steel. And there's really not much space here for that. So I want to take out this whole iron slice here, and then potentially move it up into the new section over there. So I think, yeah, next episode I'll redo steel, I'll get into turquoise. These 2 builds shouldn't be too difficult. And then the episode after that, I'll start working towards the Saturn, that's going to be fun, and the Mars. There's a lot of cool tech in this level here. The advanced grinder, or the enhanced grinder, that makes builds more compact. I also have the stackable crucible, that will make things more compact. And then I got access to the next tier of fuel and the next tier of fertilizer. But as of right now, I'm still just waiting on these frickin' nails to make. Not quite there yet. Okay, here we go. I think that was enough. I'm gonna get the Jupiter build in place. I'm gonna light it up. Right. Nope. Right there. Okay. Everything looks to be in order. I just need to go grab the second wood producer here. Then I'll get this in place right here. Right up against that. And then the mushrooms just need to connect up into that mushroom line there. Now, how do I do that? I think I can come through the floor right here. I'll just use the half flooring. Go right up to the edge and see if I can fit in. Yes, perfect. Then the Jupiters, Just need to get these down into that line there. Wait, no, that's wrong. That's the Jupiter line. So those are Jupiters. And this will be the mushroom line here. Like that. So mushrooms go into there, and Jupiters go into there. Now I just need to get money, fuel, and... well, no, this will supply itself with fertilizer. I just need money and fuel over here. So I could branch out right here. Like this. Just run this along the edge now. So money needs to plug into there. Money needs to plug into here. And money needs to plug into there. Now, I don't want to keep jumping over this belt, so I'm going to switch to a horizontal belt here. And then switch back to vertical. So coal will come along here. And then drop down. And then I can walk over this really easily. Alright, coal will plug into there. Nice. And now all I need to do is get the fertilizer output onto the main bus here. Along this way. So it needs fertilizer to plug in right about here. And along here. So this goes into there. And all the way down to here, where it can plug in to this. And then any excess after that can move along the belt this way and join in with this fertilizer here to keep the rest of the factory going. And so all of this is just to get enough mushrooms to feed the transformation potions while simultaneously sinking all of the wood. I have spent more time this episode waiting for nails to be built than I have actually building things. This is ridiculous. Stands cost way too many nails. But like I said, excess fertilizer will go this way, into that elevator, over the floor, up into here, and then around back into that output there. And that looks like a solid belt of fertilizer to me. So everything must be working at 100% now. So taking everything into consideration, I've got 2 belts of fertilizer, 10 belts of wood going into 4 shapers for Jupiters, just so that I can make enough mushrooms to have a balanced transformation potion build. But this should do a very good job of keeping Jupiters stocked up now. No one should be complaining about missing Jupiters. I've doubled the production. I've got transformation potions in the shop now. Back over here on this shelf. For how long it took to get to this point to make the transformation potions, it's actually quite a small build. I was expecting it to be a little more involved than this. I think all of the really complicated stuff is going to be in the next tech tree. But our shop reputation is at 96. I think that's because people are asking for gears now, which is a little weird. I noticed this request here. Someone wants gears, but I haven't even unlocked them yet, so I don't know how that's possible. So next episode, definitely gonna have to get into steel to make steel gears. I'll probably do turquoise along with steel. And I'll spend these extra points. If I do logistics efficiency, then I would have to redo almost every single one of my factories. I don't feel like doing that quite yet. I think because I'm going to be focusing on the shop next episode, it might be a good idea to get more shop profit. I've been neglecting fertilizer and fuel efficiency. That might help out a lot. Well, I completely fixed fertilizer in this episode by doubling it. So this point wouldn't really do very much. Fuel, I'm not over-consuming fuel yet. So I don't think I want to put the point there. I'm only doing the one purchase contract for bandages. So if I put both points, I would get 50% more money from that. But I think the majority of my profits are coming from the shop. So another 5 plus 5, so 10% shop profit might be better than 50% purchase contract profit. Yeah, I'm going to go into sales ability, increase shop profits there. I haven't started consuming any of the relics for relic knowledge, so I'm going to hold off on putting points in there probably for a while. I really like the shop profit and the belt speed upgrades. Oh wow, this is a really tall tree. Oh, it keeps going. You could just upgrade things infinitely. Well, that's kind of crazy. The factory efficiency just reduces the number of devices you need, which means you need less space to get the same amount of work done. But space isn't really a problem in this game. You can just keep building up and up and up. So that kind of reduces the value of putting points in here. I'm also running out of space for this bus here. I think that's as high as I can make it without removing the floor and stacking it up into the next height level. So in the next episode, I'll have to redo this bus here to make room for the steel gears and the turquoise. That's the only way for me to get those items into the shop. But after all of that monologuing, fertilizer has backed up to this point, so I know all of these plants are being fed. Healing potions and bandages are looking great. Everything else is looking great as well. Transformation potions are going swimmingly. And the whole factory is just running quite efficiently right now. So I'll get a good view of the transformation potions here, just so you can see everything one last time. But I'm really happy with how this build turned out, but I think that's going to be it for this episode. So thanks for watching, I hope you learned something, and I will see you in the next episode.